Legend of the Break, from Sakurajima to Koshien. Chapter 1, The Surprise of the Will. At Sakurajima High School in Kagoshima City, the scenery here is always fresh, the sun shines on the green grass, and the air smells of sea salt. It's a quiet country high school where students live ordinary lives, and almost no one knows that this school will change a person's life. The main character is called Kumu Fan, a lazy Chinese high school student. This 17-year-old boy has nothing to do with baseball all his life, and the only impression he has of baseball is that he has watched a few episodes of Baseball Heroes on TV. All he likes to do is play electric, sleep, and occasionally play the guitar, and life seems to be forever in his comfort zone. It wasn't until one day, when he received a will from his grandfather, that all that began to change. The contents of the will are ridiculous. If you can represent the baseball team of Sakurajima High School and break into Koshien, you can inherit the villa and all the assets of the Kuji family. What the hell is this? Kong Mufan stared at the words on the will, his face full of confusion. He understood that his grandfather was not wealthy all his life, so why would he make such a request? What's more, he didn't understand baseball at all, and he hadn't even been to the baseball field a few times. But faced with the temptation of his grandfather's inheritance, he thought to himself, since this is the case, then give it a try. Even though he doesn't know much about baseball and doesn't know anything about Koshien, the three words Koshien have a very important place in Japan, and they are the dream stage of all baseball players, and they are also the goal of countless people. Chapter 2, From Ignorance to the Beginning of Dreams. Kumu Fan, who decided to take on the challenge, began his weird high school life. He didn't have time to chase his original dreams anymore, and even gave up on his favorite guitar club. He took a copy of Baseball Primer that his father once gave him, and it was like flipping through a novel, and he didn't understand the terms and rules at all. Pitchers, catchers, outfielders, what the hell are these things? Is there a simpler book? Kong Mufan turned the pages of the book, his heart full of doubt. However, fate led him to a special group of partners. At Sakurajima High School, he met two people with great personalities. Lin Yemo, the captain of the Sakurajima High School baseball team, has strong leadership and natural baseball talent. He hides a tough heart with his ordinary appearance. For him, baseball has become a lifelong faith, but he also has a secret dream, to lead a completely inexperienced team to push his limits and reach Koshien. Ayagalayu is a taciturn girl, but she is one of the few prodigies on the team who can control all the balls. Liu's pitches are not only amazingly powerful, but also flawless in every ball, and it is said that once she threw a magical record of 7 strikeouts in a single game. After the three of them met, Sariki made the bold decision to join the baseball team and asked these talented teammates for basic skills. It was undoubtedly a long and challenging adventure for him. His classmates didn't understand why a newcomer who didn't know anything about baseball suddenly joined, and he also faced ridicule and skepticism from his teammates, but he didn't hold back and began to learn step by step. Chapter 3, Growing from Nothing. As time passed, Kumufan's progress became more and more obvious. While he still wasn't good at striking and pitching, he found that he was able to quickly pick up other skills on the court. For example, he has an exceptionally good reflexes in the defensive position, is able to catch the ball quickly and makes mistakes easily. Lin Yemo and Ayagalayu also gave him countless guidance. Liu not only patiently taught him pitching skills, but also gave him psychological counseling. She told him, on the Koshien stage, not all skills can determine victory or defeat, and sometimes, mentality and belief are the most important things. Kumufan gradually built up his self-confidence under these guidance, and he also found that although the members of this baseball team are not strong, and some members have not participated in official games at all, everyone is fighting for the same goal. At this time, the news of Koshien came, and Sakurajima High School started a fierce regional competition with another school, and this game was also their first Koshien battle. Chapter 4, Trials and Breakthroughs. On the day of the competition, Kumufan and his teammates stood on the fierce competition field. Countless spectators gathered in the stands, the atmosphere was tense, and sweat oozed from their foreheads. The strength of the opponent is strong, and the movements of the players are extremely agile, as if every movement is extremely accurate. And Kong Mufan, in the face of such a strong enemy, the fear in his heart once invaded him. He remembered his ignorance, reading Introduction to Baseball countless times all night, but still couldn't fully understand all the techniques. At one point, he even wanted to give up. But at this moment, Ayagulaya walked up to him and patted him on the shoulder. It's amazing that you're standing here. Regardless of today's outcome, we've given our all to this goal. Believe in yourself and keep fighting. Kong Mufan looked up at his teammates on the field, took a deep breath, and the fear in his heart disappeared in an instant, replaced by a strong determination. He was once again on the pitcher's mound, baseball in hand, ready to take on the challenge of fate. As the game progressed, Kyu Mufan's performance became better and better. He used the simplest moves to defuse several strong attacks of the opponent, and also successfully hit the opponent's pitcher. After a tense and exciting game, Sakurajima High School finally won by a narrow margin. This victory is not only the hard work of Kyu Mufan and his teammates, but also his growth from doubt to self-confidence. And this is just the first step on their way to Koshien. Chapter 5, Towards the Ultimate Battle of Jiazuyuan. With game after game victory, Sakurajima High School's baseball team gradually attracted national attention. More and more schools are beginning to look at this humble rural team, and Koshien is getting closer and closer. During this period, Kumu Fan also gradually grew from an inexperienced newcomer to an indispensable member of the team. He's no longer the high school kid who doesn't know anything, but a player who can carry the load. In the end, he led Sakurajima High School to the final of Koshien against Japan's top team. In this game, they not only have to face the strong strength of their opponents, but also face the expectations and responsibilities from their grandfathers in their hearts. In the end, the story of the legend of breaking the formation reached a climax in this thrilling decisive battle. Chapter 6, The Final Challenge. The stage in Koshien was once a dream place for countless baseball players. Now, this stage welcomes the team of Sakurajima High School, and the final battle against Samurai High School, the strongest Koshien team in Japan. The members of the Sakurajima High School team, although not favored at first, learned from every game and drew strength from defeat. Kumu Fan is no longer the ignorant teenager, he has grown into a real player. Every throw he throws, every blow, is not only a display of skill, but also a symbol of his hard work and perseverance. Before the game began, Soriki Fan stood on the sidelines, looking at the Samurai High School players opposite. Their every movement seems so precise, as if every detail has been trained countless times. Each of their players is a strong player who has been honed by countless Koshien gardens. In contrast, the experience of the Sakurajima High School players seems so ordinary, a team full of heart and enthusiasm, but their beliefs are stronger than any opponent. Kong Mufan slowly walked to the pitcher's hill, his hands trembling slightly, his heart full of excitement and apprehension. He couldn't help but think of the days when he had never played baseball, his countless efforts and failures, and the will signed by his grandfather. All the past seemed to be intertwined at this moment, and it became his motivation to move forward. Don't be afraid, Fan. Liu's voice rang in his ears, her gaze firm and warm. Regardless of the outcome, we've surpassed ourselves, and that's what we're most proud of. Kumu Fan took a deep breath, nodded, and then turned around and smiled at his teammates. We're working together. As the referee's whistle blew, the Koshien final officially began. Chapter 7, The Birth of a Miracle. At the beginning of the game, Sakurajima High School was surprisingly consistent. Although Soriki's pitching is not as strong as the main pitcher of the Samurai High School team, he is accurate in every shot and solid in every defense. Even the opponent's strong hitter can't easily hit his ball. However, in the second half of the game, the strength of Samurai High School was gradually revealed. Their blows began to get sharp, scoring several times in a row that left Sakurajima High School's team in a difficult position. Kong Mufan stood on the pitcher's hill, his brows furrowed, and he felt great pressure both physically and mentally. What to do? If we go on like this, we're going to lose. Some of the players muttered under their breath, as if they had lost confidence in victory. However, Lin Yemo's voice came at this time, we can't give up. This is our stage, this is our dream. Kumu Fan looked up at his teammates and saw the unyielding flame in their eyes. It dawned on him that this match was not just about winning, but about proving their hard work and belief. Although they come from remote Sakurajima, they don't have luxurious facilities and a strong background, but they have hearts, dreams, and indomitable spirit. The game was at its highest, with the opposing batter already hitting a few hits in quick succession, and now their team was ready to launch another onslaught. Kong Mufan's heart beat faster. This game, for him, is no longer a simple game, but his life's struggle, the goal he is pursuing. I can't hold back anymore. Kong Mufan meditated in his heart, shaking off all the pressure and fear. He took a deep breath, refocused, and set his sights on the oncoming strong hitter, the ace hitter of the Samurai High School team, Kazuma Kuriyama. Kazuma Kuriyama stood in the strike zone, his body exuding an air of confidence. His eyes were fixed on Ku Mufan, as if he had expected to hit this ball. However, with the calmness and determination that he had never felt before, Ku Mufan slowly and steadily adjusted the rhythm of his pitching. His every movement is remarkably precise, and every throw seems to be an art. Woo! He threw the most crucial shot of the game, the ultimate fast ball. The ball sliced through the air like lightning and went straight to the strike zone of Kazuma Kuriyama. All the spectators held their breath, all eyes focused on the fastball that was about to crash into the bat. Ku Mufan's heartbeat was as fierce as a giant drum, but he could feel a calmness that he had never felt before. Smack! There was a crisp hit, but it wasn't the sound of hitting the ball, but a bang, and the bat hit the ground hard. As if struck by lightning, Kazuma Kuriyama's body trembled slightly, and he suddenly lost the power to hit the ball. Ku Mufan woke up like a dream, and the ball in front of him flew straight towards the catcher's position. The catcher stretched out his glove and caught the flying ball with unmistakable accuracy. The audience fell silent for a moment, and then erupted in thunderous applause and cheers. We won! One of the team members couldn't help but shout. Ku Mufan couldn't believe his eyes, he even felt that it was all like a dream. The team rushed forward and lifted him aloft, cheers and applause. They actually defeated Samurai High School and successfully reached the final of Koshien. Chapter 8, The Dawn of Jiazuyuan. With the victory of Sakurajima High School, their name became the focus of the nation. This once unknown team, with countless miracles and efforts, stood on the stage of Koshien. They not only fulfilled their grandfather's last wish, but also created their own miracle with their own efforts. The dawn of Koshien is rising, and Ku Mufan has finally realized his original dream, to become the strong man in his heart, and lead his teammates to a more brilliant future. No matter what the future holds, Kong Mufan knows that all this hard work and persistence will always become a part of his life and a source of strength that he will never give up. Ending. This is the legend of breaking the formation, and it is a dream journey from Sakurajima to Koshien. Ku Mufan and his teammates have told this story to the world, proving that hard work and faith will eventually lead them to the peak of their dreams.